Have you ever noticed the size of a playing card or the size of the Monopoly money? I'll go down to one of my drawers and grab out some Monopoly money. Grab the $10 bill. It's in blue. But in Canada, the $5 bill is blue. But in Monopoly, the $5 bill is pink. Pink and blue. Mix your colors. Major blue, major red, and let's use major yellow and red makes orange. Orange equals 60. Yellow equals 90, 2 equals 11 equals 2. Red equals 27, 2 and 7 equals 9. 9 and 2 equals 11, 1 and 1 is 2. Orange is equal to the number 2, and where red started out as the value of 9, and yellow started out as the value of 11. 20 equals 2. 2 plus 0, and it's more than 1 0 because it's more than one house that took it to 2. It's 9 and 2 equals 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 is 2. So that's how we get our numbers. It's what you can recreate. If you want to get to number 7, well, you have to be born to get to the gateway. The gateway 7 plus the 9 birth equals to 16, the one spirit of light that brings you into day. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 9 and 7 equals to 16. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 9 and 7 come back to the beginning, and 0 and 7 stay at the beginning. 0 equals 6. 6 and 9 equals to 15. They're 2/3 of each other. Since it's equal to 15, it's then equal to 1 and 5 equals to 6. 15 is A and E. A is present in 9 when 9 comes to birth. 414, DAD, the letter M, the letter dad, add me. 15 and 15, I juggle the X. 30, I become, you connect me at 5. 5 and 5. You don't need to connect me. You connect me here to here to here, or you just connect me down the center. When you connect me down the center, although I have no life on the outside, I am all ready to extend into life. Over to the right, sir, into life. Whoop. Whitey was out on a hairback. So, now we did the color mixture. Now what we're going to do is add and minus. When we take yellow minus red, 92 minus 27, 92 minus 27, in which 27 equals to 2 times 7, 14. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 and 14 equals to number 23. 14 and 9, the letter N and the letter I. W-I-N says win. Win what? The 2 is B. The 7 is G. Win big. Win big, red. Nibiru is number 37. 10 more, which is only 5 and 5. Don't forget, 4 and 6 only happens one time, but 5 and 5, it happens 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 8, 5, 2, 2, 5, 8, and this is within inside of itself. It owns all of these. You know what's ironic? In the year 5775, the 5th day of the 7th month, the 5th day of the 7th month, there was war on 9. My first nephew that was born in, I think it was April 25th, 2 and 5, 4th month, 2 and 5, into this world after the passing of the great Tsar of Itovsky, of the Tsaret of Zarzareth. Zazareth is my first and last name. Last names, of course. Raphael is my Hebrew name. Ben is everybody is born to, and Laser Lipa would be my father's name. Velva was my grandfather. So it's all a story of how Vel is everything, right? With your own king, because the Tsar is king, IT is the communication system, and his last name ended with Sky. So I put it all together, added it up to what happened to me bipolarized in 2005, 10 years ago, and we're coming into this year, the end, the last year, 2005, because 10 is up. Do you know why 10 ends? There are 12 rows of 3 going down roulette. 12 times 3 is 36, okay? Top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom. What is the top of one? What is the top, bottom of one is the top of another to the middle to the bottom. Everybody shares. the roof and the floor, right? So let me go on with this. So if I have an automatic, I need to always put together this one, and this one all the time. So what I have to do in order to get to the next level, I have to go here. So I have to go 1, 2, 3, and then I start 4, 1, 0, and then I start 1, 0, 7, and then I start 0, 7, 4, and then I start, and it continues on to the same thing, just continues over its own number. So when you see this, 0, 7 is next, 107 is the next one. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, the letter B that starts in the E house of sound, of vibration. B. Ben I, O. What do you really know? A, B, C, what do you look for? I see it at the gateway. My energy, my perfection. Because 4 is all the corners. It's just showing you one corner. One, you see these 2 little arms that stick out? It's just the 2 little arms that touch here and here, showing I'm with these 2. Hey, I'm here, but I'm with these 2. The point here and the point here. But who am I surrounding? I'm surrounding this one. So the actuality of this is talking about these 4 over here. These 4 over here. These 4 over here, these 4 over here, these 4 over here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 5, 7, 8, 8, 9, 5, and 6, 6, 3, 5, and 2, 5, 2, 4, and 1. Those 4. Or what about the missing space 4? Or the half space 0.5, 5.5, 4.5, 7.5, 8.5. 7.5 is equal to 8, as it is equal to 7. But it says 7. 7.5 is halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. So when you say number 5 and everybody goes, okay, stop at 10. No, don't stop at 10. Stop at 5. Because 5 is all. You've got it done. You've got the whole thing done when you hit 5. 5 times 120 equals to 60. Equals to orange, because orange equals to 60. That came out of the red and the yellow ball that equal to 2. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 and 6 connect together is 8. Letter Z. It also creates the T for the transmission, but you have to add another 6 to that because there's a 0 involved. 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So now 6 removes into 3, 2 and 3 play together inside the combination of yellow and red just because of the numbers that create the color orange, and the numerology in orange is 60. All zeros equal to 6, but you can say it's 4, 5, 6 because the primary to everything is 4. But 4 doesn't need to show up unless 1 already existed, because 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 show up around 1. That's the number to the sun, 54. The number to love, 5 by 4, 20. 2, 0 equals 6, 26. 2 and 6 is 8. T and H, time heaven. The IT system, SITH, return of the Sith. The Sigmund Freud testing system. Dare to win, number 27. Creating 14, 9, 23. Win big, Darwin. Darwin, RAD, radiation of the sun, Archangel Raphael, and the grinder that they show us. Over time, they have shown us little things about angels. They have told us about people, what people have done. What we had to do is just grind it all together and see where everybody fits into place. Oh, look, the story's just coming true in my mind now. I'm just starting to see the reality, my own personal reality, the world I'm living right now. Oh, what kind? You're hungry, sir? No problem. I can help you today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure about the next day. And you know what? There's lots of jobs out there. Stop knocking at my door. And then boom, 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 boom. The fight begins because now the guy on the street is now knocking at your door and he's not taking care of himself. Who is? And the person taking care of the person on the street, because the person on the street has lost his mind because of all the chemicals that came into the food, because this was a more close to a perfect world, and a perfect world only needs to know that we know how to communicate within each other. But if this communication system has been broken down and there is no communicate within your own body, if you're not picking up the right vibration, how do you communicate? Oh my God, I don't know, I need it. You just need it because you need this. The hurt of this and the feel of this is so much more fantastic. All you need to do right now is survive in your own bubble. You can push aside on all sides now. You don't want to be a bum. But because you get pushed down, you look like a bum at the end. But you were great to be. You were fantastic. We were one. It's us. The geeks and the nerds. It's all how we can be anything. But the level of respect has to be able to, like they said at the wedding last night, it's not a give and take, okay? It's the constant receiving, understanding of what has been received, not ever thinking that somebody else has been giving, but knowing they were doing what the righteous word is for survival. So that we can stop actually saying, but they didn't do this right. Yes, in expression, in discussion, we must use certain words, otherwise we're going, and there wouldn't be any problem other than the own frustration and our personal perception. That's why we need the exchange of communication, so important. Greatest diameter, top left, bottom right, 369. Greatest diameter, 25846. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. I'm in the center. I'm the crossbones. You want to come out here? You automatically go here. Here's your split. Here's your roof. Here's your roof to number 6. Size of monopoly money. Is this the actual size, or is this a good creation of the actual? This is actually the design. This is its actual size. If we want to go in thickness, right, we would have to add on this thickness, the length by the width, right? So how would I do this? The length by the width. I would need 2 of them, right? So let's take 2 cards. But we would put them together perfectly like this. The length and the width. So now I'm just going to turn it the way it should look, and that should come out to something like a square. So when it comes out to a square, see these 3 here? They're not shown over here. So now there's another distance. See the way this one comes inside over here? These 2 will plug together. This is your 5 area. The ace is moved over here. In blackjack, the ace is number 11. The picture cards are all different. The king, the jack, and the queen. Jack and king come together, right? Jack jumped over the candlestick. Jack jumped over the torch, the Statue of Liberty. The queen never moves. Either you're Jack or you're king, or you're Jack or you're king, or you're burnt under the torch by the liberty that statues itself. State to issue. Stat of two statuses, separation. I hold the torch of both. I hold the light that enlightens both. But yet, I close the torch and I render judgment upon only one, because I must always take a side. 50 or 50. And then I thought that would be impossible. I'm this one who separates. I have my own zone. Call me the center field, the center ice. Put me on the pitching mound. What size do I take up between the bases? I take up 5. You are on the outside of 5. You all begin at 6, 6, 6. And don't look this way, because that 6 is my back. So you clovers, all you clovers out there, that's right. You clovers, okay? These clovers over here. These clovers over here. Here's my clover, right? I got that clover there and that clover there. There you go, right? What do I have to go down here for? I'm straight in the center of who I am. That's the balance of my heart. You know what happens over here? It goes to a point. Sizes and monopoly money. Why is the monopoly? You buy a monopoly, you buy something on Monopoly and you get the card for it, but the card that says what property you own is like square. But the monopoly property is not square. and to understand that you need to buy the 3 properties to actually own. You only have a certificate for 1. When you get the certificate for 3, that's when that square picks up its full value, but it shows you its true size on the marketplace for that corner. In representation, what I'm trying to say is, let's say you buy 3 properties. It costs you, like the railways, $800. You still get the same square card. The square card says, I am of the totality. Totality is always 4. If there's nothing in a corner, it's an empty space, but it's your empty space in your corner. Okay, so it's still something in an area. Either it's occupied or it's unoccupied. If it's unoccupied, part of an area is always a corner where you hang the picture. Coming into the game, if you came into the game, the area you came into is now occupied by the outside world coming in. So you can't have it, and it needs to go out again. So that's gone one place, and the other place is gone, and automatic. You can hook up. Nothing is more than 6. It's either 6 this way or 6 that way, only because the coming in and going out, that would be 2, that would be 6 and 2, with 1 coming in through 6 equaling to 1 and 7. 17 and 26, 1 and 7 is 8, 2 and 6 is 8. Placed on the debit machine on number 1 is 88. Q and Z, Q removed from the 7th key, the 7th gate, which had PQRS equaling to 70, now moving to 17. Q into the 1 position, that now equals to 53, 5 and 3, 3 is inside 5, 3 levels of 5, 5, 5, 5, 1, 5 and 9. A, E, and I equaling to 14 and 1, 15, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, 5. Inside of pi is that number right there coming from that mathematical equation. Now that I mixed myself up, let's see if I can go on, right? 152592. But what are these? We're just coming back to the beginning. What's the beginning? It's all about 3s and dropping. 1, 2, 3, drop a level. 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 We're going Isn't that the way the DNA is? Look, 1, 2, 3. Now shift, back up 1, 1, 2, 3. Why do I back up 1? Because this is the center connect to the first one. 1, 2, 3, begin. This is the center connect, start here. 1, 2, 3, this is the center connect, start here. 1, 2, 3, this is the center connect, start here. And then you go all the way to the bottom, but you go this way, this way, this way, and then you go this way, this way, this way, and this way. And one of the reasons it is that way is, first of all, it's a cutting knife edge, which is showing the 3 levels, that if you would turn it completely this way, you would find its full diameter space that it needs. It's probably just twisted to keeping itself in retraction. And at the same time that it's doing that, it's showing you angles. It's showing you angles. Everything is like, you know, I don't know how the TVs or the pixels or whatever, but everything has to be on a little bit of an angle to give depth. And then with the proper lighting, the depth, it shows you. I look into the screen, I see all the way into the other room, and the screen is just flat in my face. Okay, however you want to make depth. I mean, cameras, lights, pictures, actions, you know what I'm saying? This place that we live in, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, I mean, the movies we go to see, it's like changing screens all the time. They can't sit in one spot for more than, I don't know, 3 minutes. I sit here for 15, 18, 20 minutes, boom, like that, bang. Just make it up as I go. All my, you know, my BS is my reality. I deliver, and my words I speak is not, I am not, if you want sci-fi thinking maybe. The numbers are real. I bring them from your world into this world. I am bringing you the possibility of what could be in either the prospects of a science fiction marmalade jam, I guess, sugared up for the better understanding of even towards Alzheimer's disease, which is actually just caused from the perfect body, and it was distorted. And how was it distorted? Well, let's go through the foods and everything we ate. We'll find actually the trouble with Alzheimer's probably by next week, because it's that simple. It's that simple. Everybody's afraid to jump one step out of the box. Remember, I only threw these keys 1 foot forward, but they fell to the bottomless pit. And where was that? The place they arrived, or it's just a continuation of a free fall. We're into this world. It's a continuation of a free fall. We have to put our wings and support this mind on what we think is reality and the possibility, because nobody knows the truth of how we got here, where we're going, and forget about that part. Just ask yourself the question, if there's a Bible and a God and we're coming back, how did we get here? How are we just born and how do we exist here? How is the story written? Wi-Fi is sci-fi. High five living in 9, 5 and 9. We are so freaky. If you ever see Tai Chi and all this, when you say we can come in our body and use our ultimate force, when you know the perfect movement inside the stream of movement matrix, you see it. Not as an energy, you see it when you dance. You see it when you love. But you don't know what it is other than the fact and the expression somebody's saying words to what you're devoting or throwing out. But that, what we give out is the truth of the connection of the Tai Chi connecting. It's a slingshot into the other world. Second way, and the easier in, if you really can understand a little of that, Mary Jane. All these drugs that we can actually have in order to enhance, okay, not the false reality, but the true vibration outside of the soul, inside our spirit of the soul, into that vibration, causing LSD to show all these colors, because all these colors do not exist. If God was not within us, if we were not inside the house of the church, house of the dwelling, if we were not inside, we can actually be called molecules put together inside a game. You feel me? I'm 90 freaking pounds. I'm 85 kilos. Big deal. Big deal. I can be crushed by any rock and it's not even living. Throw me anywhere, I can be pitched around. I'm so small, like I'm puny. How was I created? Just because I'm not round? I can turn around and become looking round, taking up the space of a round. I can think all around. I can go all around that I go. Is it 2222, 2224. 2224 is V, and X and V is 22 and 24, 46, equal 1024 MB. MB is 13 and 2, 132. What goes around comes around, 132. That was my doctor's door. Hello, Hayden. Was I saying Satan? Ah, yes, I was saying to you, yes, yes. You know I'm only joking around with that. It's just I mentioned that about 10 years ago, and that's when I wasn't too sane, so I guess I can use up what I said before and not mean it now. I didn't mean it then either. It just rhymes and it just fits. So anyways, so where are we right now? Connected to the other world, Mary Jane holding the weeds of the coral reef. What will happen if the coral reef goes away? Follow the understanding of the disappearance of the iceberg and the coral reef, and you will understand what the reefer can do for your minds. What will the separation and the cleansing of the oceans that will destroy everything will actually fix if we fix that in our mind and use Mary Jane as a lubricant onto the other side by lubricating the minds. What happens is it lubricates it until the old rusty doors of the orange sun from the yellow piss and the red inside of our systems. The brown is inside the red, right? Brown is red. Just put gold in it or something. And whew, anxiety, smoke the joint. Got anxiety, can't smoke, don't want to smoke. Oh my God, my heart is pumping, don't know. I'm high, I'm low. That's it, man. Get on the train, understand the 3 levels of the train of Mary Jane. And once you understand the 3 levels, that's great. Now you have to understand the anxiety. The anxiety is like this. It's Mary Jane. You go, yeah, Mary Jane. You go, yeah, where are you? Here is the roof, and there is Mary Jane. How do we get here? Man is over here. There's only one way to get to this roof. It's to connect to Mary Jane, and then Mary Jane gets you on the roof. But now you're not here. There's a portal. How can I say it better? There's a portal that takes you there. The space of this Let me just hold on a second. The space between this and this is my understanding difference between with Mary Jane or not. Now, if you take a good look at this, what is this? It's a star. It's an umbrella. The umbrella of the patient penguin who sits on the egg to the bitter cold of his feet. Because in the egg is the information network that warms his feet, brought in through the antenna, inside to the mind and the living soul. This part here is the paranoia anxiety getting up to here. And once you learn to fly inside of the understanding of Mary Jane, when you come down the pole and you're right back here, feeling fine. When you smoke too much Mary Jane, you clog this. You can go in and stay stoned and look stupid. Okay? Maybe what you eat in the system that you are now is contaminated, contaminating, causing the pipelines. I don't know the cleansing, but I can say apple cider vinegar. We are the greatest system on this planet. We feed ourselves. We play with each other. We do art, design, and we like what we see from others, and we hate. But our expression is fantastic. Tension level a little low. High when you like something. You'll pay for anything to have it. And then you'll cause thievery. Money has now caused thievery. We now understand when we stop people from having something, it caused them to steal it. But what if money was not in this world and people can just do what they want to do? They would probably just die in the street. So maybe at a certain level, we have to make certain people make their own choices and let them go with it. Maybe just set up an island of exile because you have no choice and move the people in and out, but let the island live on their own industry, their own money, their own little country. But if they get strong, they move out into your country and bust you down, right? This is the way we have to perceive things because we always need to keep the actuate state up. Do you know what the actuate state is? The Christmas tree. We need the tree into the ground. We need life all around, communication from the ground up, down back to the bottom, rooted in through the roots, and nobody gets anything if they fight because the tree ain't going to deliver no serum, no syrup, no maple syrup, no flowering honey delivered by the bees, the system that delivers to keep this system equal. Is to take one thing away from somebody who can get everything but this. And you can't have nature. You can play with it, but you can never have it. And if you destroy it, it will shut you down and open up a world somewhere else. Close our minds down. We may see death, but more or less, boom, boom, bang, when we start to realize it's life all over again. If that's the way we want to go back into the game. Or we live on the next perception where, you know what, only a few 100,000 lived. And then we finally learn out the secret of life and move into the other world. And we go, oh my God, only a few 100,000 lived. And then 2 years later, 3 years later, like in those movies, you finally understand that there is another world and they want to know if you want to go. And you leave here and you go to the other world and you show up at the gala. There's a back door to the gala. And 100 people are kept in the back room. And you look at the front room and it's all TVs, people from around the world, 6 billion people in another world. They just took me out of one world, and now I'm on a stage. The Academy Awards are coming out, and what is it? How I survived, but they were already in here starting their new life. They kept me on. So I got an Academy Award pretending that I wasn't going to the other world anyways, because we are the deliverance. When I speak I speak we. I is all. It's our channel. I spokes for man, put a spokes in man. Wheels go round. Weird. Raphael, 7286, always saying a few words that I dislike at the end. It is the story, right? I mean, it's written on the wall. Can't deny it. Thank you for watching.